Chapter 1, Mowgli and the Bandar-log. This is a story, a very common story, famous one, about Mowgli from the Jungle Book, which is written by Rudyard Kipling. Mowgli is a 7-year-old boy raised in the jungle by a family of wolves. Bagheera and Baloo are his teachers and best friends. They teach him the laws of the jungle and keep him safe from danger. One day, the Bandar-log take Mowgli away. The Bandar-log were disliked by the jungle people as they did not follow any law. So in this part of the story of the Jungle Book about Mowgli and the Bandar-log, let us read on how it goes about, how they go about kidnapping Mowgli and taking him away, and how Baloo and Bagheera save him. The Bandar-log wanted to make Mowgli their leader. They thought Mowgli was very clever because he could light a fire. One day they followed Baloo, Bagheera and Mowgli till it was time for their midday nap. Midday nap is the short nap that you take in the afternoon. So there were lots of monkeys, the Bandar-log, they followed Mowgli and Bagheera and Baloo and waited till it was their nap time, sleep time, so that they could kidnap Mowgli. Why? Because they thought he was very clever and wanted him to be their leader. So Mowgli says, "I am so tired, Baloo. Let's take a nap." And they all go off to sleep. Suddenly, Mowgli woke up with a jolt, that is, with a sudden jerk. The next thing he could remember was feeling hands on his legs and arms, and then a swash of branches on his face. He woke up suddenly and he could feel hands and something holding hands and legs, all hands holding him on his legs and feet, and the branches also covering him. "Hey, what are you doing? Leave me alone," Mowgli says to the Bandar-logs. Mowgli stared at his friends on the ground as Baloo woke up the jungle with his deep cries and Bagheera bounded up the tree with every tooth bared. That means Mowgli, looking and shouting, calling out to his friends, they woke up Bagheera and Baloo. And Baloo, he was crying out loudly to aware the jungle people so that they could come and help. And Bagheera at the time bounded, means jumped up on the tree and tried to do whatever he could to help Mowgli. We can read a monkey saying, "Bagheera has seen us. Now the jungle people will praise us for our courage and cleverness." The courage of taking away Mowgli with him. And here Bagheera is telling Baloo, "Quick, Baloo, the Bandar-log have taken Mowgli. They have taken him away with them and they need to rescue him." Bounding and crashing and whooping and yelling, the whole tribe of Bandar-log swept along the tree roads with Mowgli, their prisoner. The Bandar-log had their own tree roads, uphills and downhills. They could easily travel by these even at night. But the Bandars, that is the monkeys, they are very swift on the trees and they have their own roads. They make their own roads, literally, imaginary roads of course, to climb and travel from one place to the another on over tree roads, and that also they can do even at night. So they are rushing and running away with their prisoner, who is Mowgli. Mowgli telling himself, I need to send back a message to Baloo and Bagheera, for they have been left behind, because these monkeys were so swift and so fast that they ran away with Mowgli. And Baloo and Bagheera were not able to catch up with their pace. Mowgli knew it was useless to look down, so to find help, he looked upward and saw Rann, the kite. He was keeping watch over the jungle. Rann dropped down to a lower height and found that the Bandar-log were dragging Mowgli through the tree tops. He heard Mowgli calling out for him. Now Rann was the kite who looked after or who kept a watch over the jungle and would aware the jungle people for any dangers. So he came down because he saw the Bandar-log carrying Mowgli over the treetops. We are of one blood, you and I. Of one blood means that we are of the same bloodline. We are like brothers. The monkeys are telling Mowgli that they are as intelligent as Mowgli is. Mark my trail. Tell Baloo and Bagheera. This is what Mowgli tells Rann, to mark the direction or the footprints or the area where he is passing by. But Rann doesn't know what he should tell them, who is trying to call them for help. So he says, what name should I give, brother? What name should I tell you? What name should I tell about you? And Mowgli tells him that you should say that they call me Mowgli, the man cub. He says, you tell them it is Mowgli. Mowgli means man cub, the child, human being who is been with the wolves. So he's like a cub, baby of the wolves, and a man too. So he's a man cub. The name Mowgli means the man cub. Then we see Baloo and Bagheera talking to each other. Meanwhile, Baloo and Bagheera were getting worried about Mowgli. You taught the man cub the laws of the jungle. Why didn't you warn him about the Bandar-log? Bagheera is telling Baloo, you taught him everything, all the laws of the jungle, but why didn't you tell him about the Bandar-log, that they are very smart and they will carry him away? So Baloo in response says, I am the most miserable of bears. Oh Mowgli, why did I not warn you? He's saying, I am so bad, I'm so upset, I'm so miserable of all the bears. Why didn't I warn you about the Bandar-logs? I should have told. He's feeling bad that he did not tell Mowgli about it. Just then, Bagheera and Baloo heard a voice calling out to them from the sky. They looked up and saw Rann. Up, hello, look up, Baloo, hey, hello, Bagheera. Hello Rann, what are you doing here? Bagheera says to Rann. Now, at this moment, when they are trying to think of what to do, and Baloo is feeling so miserable and useless because he's not told Mowgli about the Bandar-logs, they hear a voice, someone calling out from the sky, that is Rann. And they ask them, what happened? They ask Rann, what happened? What are you doing here? Why are you calling up? So Rann tells Bagheera and Baloo, I saw Mowgli among the Bandar-log. They have taken him beyond the river to the monkey city, the cold liars. Go find him, you too. He says, Rann tells them that I have seen the monkeys carrying Mowgli with them. And they have taken him beyond the river to the monkey city, the cold liars. They were liars. And so go and find him, search for him and get him back. And so Bagheera and Baloo, they decided to follow Mowgli's trail and visit the cold liars to rescue their man cub. And so Bagheera and Baloo, after getting all the information from Rann, they follow the trail which Mowgli, all the route where Mowgli has been taken through to go to the monkey land, monkey city, that is the coal liar. And they go there to rescue, to help Mowgli escape from that place. This is how they were able to save Mowgli from the Bandar-log.